Hello, this is Cliff Brock of World Travel Plus. We search out the places that the travel brochures, the travel agents don't tell you about, so you don't have to. Join us today to see where we wandered next.
Today we're in Santorini, Greece. It's everything it's purported to be. The whites are stark, the blues are deep. The Aegean is beautiful, and everywhere you look, you see beautiful, beautiful buildings. It's not what World Travel Plus normally does, finding those out-of-the-way places. This place is teeming with tourists, but it's still worth a visit. Just walking along the coast of the Aegean, looking at the buildings, and of course, don't miss that iconic donkey ride up from the seashore to get up on top of the mountain. We recommend Santorini, even though it's loud and crowded with many, many tourists.
If you come to the island by ferry or by cruise ship, expect a very crowded landing. From there, you have to get to the top of the mountain, and there are three ways to do that. You can take the gondola, which is fairly inexpensive, actually. It takes you up in about 2 or 3 minutes. For us, the problem was not getting up, it was getting down, because there was about a 2 or 3 hour wait in order to come down using the gondola. You can always walk, but it's very steep, it's slippery because of all the donkeys and what they've left behind. Or the third way is to ride a donkey. The vendors with the donkeys service hundreds of people a day, so they're brusque, they're no nonsense, you better get on and be ready to go. And then when you get on, if you're like I am, I've never been horseback riding in my life. So I'm sitting on the donkey and we get ready and we start up the mountain and I'm bouncing. And honestly, because I'm doing a video, I think, well, I'd like to have a little bit of video, but I'm bouncing around so much. I finally got both feet in the stirrups and started to settle in a little bit. My donkey then stopped, put his head against the wall, rested a bit, and then he decided he would take off. So he started bounding up the stairs, about 300 or 400 of them. I don't remember how many, but lots, until he finally got us to the top, and then it was time to dismount. Now, I've watched a lot of Westerns. You put your foot in the stirrup, you swing your other... No. The taker there who was helping people off their donkeys had none of that. He wanted my leg swung over the donkey's mane and slide off, and quickly. It was quite an experience, but it was worth it. When you reach the top, the only word to describe it is breathtaking. I've just never seen anything quite like it. I asked Canadian Shelley Malone about her thoughts.
See there? It's gorgeous.
And how many years ago were you here?
Oh, I was here just 2 years ago, and then I was here probably 27 years.
For us, the majority of our day on Santorini was a walk along the seacoast. It's like being in a candy store. You hit buildings that are beautiful white, and then you come across yellow, or you'll come across a deep blue building, or you'll go around a corner and see a magnificent vista, blue domes, sweeping views of the Aegean. It's like a walk through a candy store to walk through this town. Just about any time you travel, you run into nice people, and this lady certainly was one of those. We were one of the hordes of tourists. We were lost, and she gave us some excellent directions to get out on the seacoast side.
It is nice
of a
to run
long
into
walk.
somebody who is...
Normally when I travel, I try to stay away from crowds, but Santorini is an exception. An exceptional exception. It's crowded, but it's worth it. We, as it turns out, made 2 trips to Santorini on this trip. We were turned away. We were headed for Jerusalem and Haifa, and because of the October 7 situation, we weren't able to make landfall in Israel, so we came back. We were in Santorini again and Mykonos, both of which are a good trade. All things being equal, we would have preferred to have been in Israel. Our red-headed friend that we met right after we landed got us steered over to the ocean side. There are 2 paths on this side of Santorini. One goes through the center of town and one follows the seacoast. After an hour or 2 of walking, it was time to stop, have something cold, enjoy the sea views, and a little bit of good camaraderie.
Santorini is one of those not-so-hidden places
With 2 million visitors a year, this place is packed. But even with all the humanity wandering the streets, all the wall-to-wall tourist trinkets shops, Santorini is still a sight to behold. A walk along the seacoast, looking down at the Aegean, sparkling as it does, looking at the cruise ships, 5 of them the day we were here, and the hordes of people. This is still a marvelous place, a World Heritage Site, and well worth fighting the crowds to see. This is Cliff Brock for World Traveler Plus. Join us next time. Don't forget, subscribe so that we move up in the rankings and more people can enjoy the wandering we do in the world.